Ohio. And then he went south. He went to like northern Ohio and he drove south or something. As somebody said, so they think it's Vivek. But
Dude,
I
if
don't
it's
know. I don't.
Vivek, like that's like the fucking nuclear option. Like, okay, if they're gonna fucking Kennedy Trump, let's say,
Yeah,
Trump's
JFK.
smart to put like someone even more radical than him or whatever, according to the left, what the left would call radical. Because
you don't
that's
think
like,
Project 25 is radical?
What's Project 25? Remind me.
It would give Trump total dictatorship, and it would pretty much destroy our constitution, and that's what he supports.
I think it doesn't matter because at the end of this election, if it even takes place, it's going to be that way regardless, whatever side's in.
But what if
the left still plays by the rules for the most part?
Disagree.
I think the facts show that otherwise. But
I mean,
the problem
my
is
problem with
people
the
vote
status
for
quo-
stupid shit.
My problem with the status quo is they're like edging us closer and closer to World War III, while at the same time being like, we're not the bad guys, it's the other people. Like, remember that what was a Time magazine article right around the time that Trump got elected in 2016 that said that Trump is going to simultaneously cause the downfall of the dollar, the implosion of our economy, and they're going to start World War III by fighting with Russia and North Korea and all these things.
Yeah.
And then
And it's like
did that?
Time magazine. And literally nothing happened. Nothing of those things happened while Trump. I mean, I guess you could
believe
blame
inflation was the highest percentage during Trump's.
Right, and I was just going to say, I guess you could point at the fourth year of Trump and the effects of COVID during the elections year and blame all that on Trump. And fair enough. Fair enough. But I would say that, I don't know.
The thing with Trump is, the reality is he would be another Democrat Clinton if that side supported him, but because it was Hillary's turn, they shitted on him.
Yeah.
If you look at what he votes for and what he actually supports and the shit that he does in his life, he is a 90s Clinton era Democrat. And he has a bunch of fucking ties with them.
Well, I mean, I guess when it comes down to it, Trump or Biden, right? And I guess you could say, well, it's not going to be Biden. It's going to be someone else. In which case, like, I would say you probably have an argument, right? Because Biden is basically a corporeal corpse being held up like Weekend at Bernie's at this point. And anything, like, wasn't it his press secretary got caught tweeting as fucking Biden like the other day or a couple weeks ago or something like that?
Yeah.
Where she was like, "Oh, me as she forgot to switch accounts back to the president's account, and she tweeted as the president under her own account." It was pretty funny, but it just shows you that, like, basically all of his public announcements, all of his fucking policies, everything he does, he's just a puppet. He's not the actual head. It's like a committee of people behind him.
If you've watched any of the hearings when they're talking to the tech companies, 90% of them don't know how to use a fucking computer.
Dude, I don't know how to use a fucking computer. What are you talking about?
To be fair, I'm not saying what you're saying didn't happen. I'm not saying that at all. I'm sure that's the case, but yeah, because most of them are idiots when it comes to any type of technology because they don't understand how it works.
Well, I'm not even saying technology. Biden got fucking let off for potential crimes that he committed because the court said that he was too old and senile to fucking like be able to answer for the things that he did. So there's that.
Okay.
Well, how do you think Thursday goes?
Bad.
Well, I mean, it's going to be the same thing as any other fucking time that there's been a debate when Trump's on stage. It's going to be the two moderators and Joe Biden against Trump. And they've got the ability to mute his mic and cut him off. And like, I mean, they're going to frame the questions in such a way that it's like bad light on Trump, good light on Biden. You know how they do things, you know? Mm-hmm. I think if they can pump enough drugs into Biden's brain to get him through, how long is it? Like an hour?
Yeah, with a bathroom break or something.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be amazed. I mean, that's some good meth.
I think an outside event will happen that's going to close it down.
Nah, dude, they're gonna do it. I mean, maybe you're right, but I don't think so.
I hope I'm not right.
Daniel dropped in $5 and said, "Thanks, man." It says, "Thanks for circling back to us." Yeah, bro. I mean, if you know,
Life
you know.
happens.
I've been dealing with some shit, man, and it's okay.
I've been pumping you and Duke Liberty up on my channel since you guys have been gone, and then here you guys come back and don't even invite me, Duke, to a chat ever.
So many pumps.
Duke doesn't invite no one anymore.
Yeah.
It's just him.
Duke's solo now. He's like, I'm the man, baby. I'm over 1,000. Heck with you, plebes.
Who is
Just
this speaking
him.
to me as though I care? Who's
I
speaking
can't
to
hear
me?
anyone under
I'm
1,000.
gonna throw you out of a window. Like it's gonna be Braveheart. I'm gonna toss you right out of the window.
You mean nothing to me.
That's
When
the
that
best
dude-
part when he throws his gay lover out of the fucking
I
window,
love-
and then he
and
tries
those-
to punch the king, and he bitch slaps his son.
And those two guys, they run to the corpse to see who it is, and they look up and they see it's the king, and they just walk away.
That's how I feel.
I
That's
love
how
that
I
part.
feel.
Oh man.
I
He,
did
like-
watch Spaceballs today, though.
Yeah, those guys are like, "What's going on?" Like, somebody fell out of a window. They're, "Oh wait, it's the king." Like, all right, just leave it alone.
Daniel says that I should do the debate chat if I can. I actually work that night, so I don't even know if I'll be able. Maybe I could do like a recap afterwards, but
Yeah. Duke, we're doing one, right? You're doing
supposedly they're gonna DMCA everybody who fucking tries to stream it to YouTube or even Twitter. Like Elon Musk has had to step in and be like, "Yo, we're gonna have to do something about that because this is obviously 100% the definition of fair use."
one? Really?
For anyone to watch that, restream it with commentary. If you don't think that's fair use, then you don't know what fair use is.
Yeah, fair use is
Presidential
if you,
debate.
as long as you're,
Yeah.
you're like over it or you're talking over it and it's just on, like that's 100% fair use.
Dude, and like they've even held up in court a guy in the back. Like you can have full screen what you're sharing, except for just you in the little corner, your little face, and you make little like huh sounds or like faces when things happen. It's like, well, you effectively changed the format of whatever that was. I forget how they word it, but lawyer words, it's different.
3,000. Like,
That's messed up.
I don't know, man. I think
yeah, as long as he's just not, just screaming and thing and not saying anything.
what would this country look like if we get 4 more years of Biden?
Dude,
Won't last.
it's
Necropolis.
expensive. I don't think
we
anybody
get-
will own a home except for the rich.
We get the video game Fallout.
Shit.
It'll look exactly how it does right now.
I never played Fallout.
Oh, fuck you in the furnace.
Hey, while Infernus is here, well, I have a legit question for Infernus. Okay, I really wish you were around when I was trying to make this decision. I bought a thermal, and it's an AGM Rattler. What are your thoughts on that? I looked up a lot of coyote/pig hunting things, and this was the best way to get.
Let me
into
speak
that.
for Infernus real quick. He's seen 17 of them break at the range, and they're shit.
That's
You
probably
got to
true.
buy the $12,000 one.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Is that about right?
Don't say that, Infernus. I'll cry. Spend 1,000 muffins on this.
Is he there?
They're okay. They're not the best,
I
but
know
for the
they're not
money,
bad.
they work.
Okay, that makes me feel better about my purchase.
Damn it! I thought you were going to say it sucks and it breaks.
All right, would you have rather done that or the
compare-
Hollow Sun Night Vision?
Comparatively, I haven't seen one of those actually in the wild outside of the SHOT Show. So
Dude, have you seen the red dot
lawfully
like
armed,
outline
man.
shit for you?
a what?
The red dot, like pistol red dot that outlines shit for you, so that you can see
Yeah.
like silhouettes and doorways and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, is it? I always butcher this. Met Pro or whatever, they have one, and then I think the SIG has
Q-Sight.
an optic that can do that, and then don't remember who else.
Dude, I mean, they've got like really cool shit now that combines red dot with thermal, with night vision, with like AI that fucking like helps it understand what's going on and fucking highlight shit for you.
But supposedly, because Sig Optics works at or tests their shit at our club, and then I get to talk to a couple people that train and work with some of the tier 2, 3 special forces and shit like that. They're saying they're all moving back to irons because there's like technology out there that can fucking turn that shit off and whatnot. Like,
Shit.
EMP.
and they can detect it.
Yeah, there's supposedly the steel they use in Ukraine. It's about the size of a solar generator. It cost us like 10,000 muffins, and they can just turn off all like radios, all the thermal, all the it's like a frequency like radius thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't
Like
looked
dots
into
and
it.
everything.
I don't know a lot about it.
Next thing
Dude,
you
how
know,
long we're
we run
fighting
around
like
with
fucking
swords.
Terminator 2 style,
Oh, God.
where it's like fucking drones and robots and fucking AI controlled shit with bombs and guns
Well, there's been
and
a
stuff
little
is
of
coming
that
after
going
everybody.
on. There's been a little of that going on in India and China.
Right. And I'm saying like that's the next level. That's what's coming next. It's going to be who can produce the most bomb drones and fucking
Yeah,
like machine
for
gun
sure.
dogs.
I
I
wanna
mean,
machine gun dog.
that's the smartest way to go, right? You don't have to use any of your own.
Yep, no human casualties.
But I mean, most war, I think, going forward is all going to be cyber.
Yep, hacks.
It already is. I mean, a big majority of it already is.
Like how long has it been since the most important weapon on the battlefield was a rifle? World War II? Maybe.
Well, it kind of was against terrorism, right? Like specialized forces going in and the whole droning stuff just wasn't working.
Well, it
Yeah, they
depends on
still
what
have
your
like
mission.
precision missiles and tomahawks and air support and tanks and you know what I mean? Like
And because you kill so many civilians, you end up just becoming the bad guy. Look what's going on in Israel.
but I'm saying like the days of Napoleon, you know, like a bunch of dudes with rifles were the
Million
fucking
soldiers
thing.
with swords, right? For sure, yeah. Hopefully that'll never happen again.
It's just gonna be Napoleon days with fucking drones. Whoever's got the most drones fucking wins. Whoever's got the best drones and the most of them.
Oh no.
Maybe we should all like learn how to fucking fly drones. That's where the money's at.
Drone tech. Yep.
You already
Good
do. You play Call of Duty.
It's true.
I don't play Call of Duty.
I still think it's funny that fucking like $1 million submarine that blew up with all the rich people inside of the like by the Titanic was controlled with an Xbox controller.
It was GameCube, wasn't it? It was
PlayStation.
Whatever it was a video game controller. I forget which one.
I mean,
And, like,
I
heard- I watched an interview with what's the guy who made Terminator, James Cameron, and he's like, "Yeah, we all knew they were dead on the first day." He's like, "No one who actually knows anything about that thought that those people were alive." He's like, he's like, every time I saw the news talk about there's 96 hours left of air, he's like, we just laughed at it. He's like, because that was ridiculous. You know, I'm like, yeah, that was kind of stupid. We were like, I mean, I didn't really think it. I knew those people were dead, but it was funny. Like, they got 86 hours left. We hear tapping. Like, no, they died instantaneously.
Wasn't there something like that though, where there was like some noise that someone was making? And
Yeah, it was them dying. Like,
I thought they died instantly though.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was probably the crush of the sub they heard.
Yeah, it was probably like the American sub, like looking for their eyeballs or something. Like that's all it was. Nobody was alive. Like those people died instantly. That was terrifying. I don't know.
The ocean terrified. I can't go like fucking 1 foot under the ocean without being terrified. I don't like sitting on top of the ocean.
Yeah, I don't want to go
on something
the ocean.
that floats.
Yeah. Like
while being completely dry.
No, there's zero chance of me going into some kind of tube underwater. And especially if I get in it and you're like, yo, I made this tube myself.
I like snorkeling, but
Dog, there's zero chance you're getting me to do
No,
that.
I just get in the ocean and I like. First of all, I'm terrified of drowning because I'm not. I can swim, but I'm not like the strongest swimmer. You know.
Yeah.
So like, a bunch of waves, if they're big enough, could fucking do me in. You know, if they get me just right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also think about all of the Jacques Cousteau and like Discovery Channel videos that I watched growing up about all like the box jellyfish and great white sharks and tiger sharks and all the different shit that lives in the ocean that can take a bite out of your foot or all the way to fucking swallow you whole.
I've seen Jaws. I'm good.
yeah,
mean,
see, I was the same way. And then when we got to Maui, and I saw that first sea turtle, dude, I was in the water for 7 days.
God damn it, Infernus.
It was so beautiful, and I was kind of scared of the ocean too. But man, once you see that shit, I couldn't get enough of it.
I mean, I saw some dolphins on the back of a fucking jet ski, but I wasn't about to jump in with them. Like I'm staying on the fucking jet ski.
Yeah, I snorkeled for 6 days, at like 6 hours at a time.
Dolphins
Talking about robot dogs. There's M855A1 ammo on the market.
I wish I would have been smart enough to do some research, and all my GoFo footage came out looking like shit because you need a red filter, or it looks murky.
Yeah, I've never done any ocean GoProing, just motorcycle GoProing.
That dude was so badass. I was floating on top of the water, and there was like 6 sea turtles with a bunch of baby ones like swimming around it. It was so cool.
What eats sea turtles? And could you be confused with one? That would be what was. That's where my brain goes.
I think seagulls are one of their biggest predators when they're little.
Well, like the big ones, basically, it's like nothing eats them, right?
Sure.
They can get as size as a fucking almost round kitchen table. It's
and they got big ass, thick, hard shell, and if anything attacks them, they just go in their shell and they're fine.
Yeah, if they bite you, you lose your foot.
Yeah, fuck
Here you
that.
were snorkeling with them.
Yeah, I never felt in danger. I even saw a little shark. It saw me and ran away.
Yeah, I don't care what you say, Infernus. I'm terrified of the ocean. Nothing's gonna change that, and no chat will change that fact. I'm sorry.
If
Maybe
we was meant to
exposure.
be in the ocean, we would have some gills or fins.
Waterworld.
Yeah.
I need one of those like shark-proof cages that they had in Jaws. That Jaws fucking dragged down to the bottom, and the guy had to swim back up to the top from. But that usually doesn't happen, so it'll be okay.
That's a documentary, right?
Yeah. Well, no.
Welcome back, Honda.
Old man Buttwrinkle said, I was up to my waist in salt water in Florida once. A piece of seaweed touched my leg, and I believed that it imitated Jesus getting out. I did an imitation of Jesus getting out of there.
Oh, you walked on water? Well, you ran on water?
Like it.
Dude, have you ever seen like mooses run across water like it's fucking solid ground?
It's moose. Singular and plural, by the way.
Meese.
Mooses.
Same with deer,
Mises.
geese. Most game.
Well, my question stands whether or not my grammar does.
Yes, I have.
I feel like you're fucking with me. You're gaslighting me now.
I love you.
You're gaslighting me. Stop.
I probably got you more subs while you were gone than
Corn
you did.
stalking you.
What? Why's my name in your mouth?
Spit on that thing.
Who is this that keeps speaking of my name?
This is me, the tactical of the muffin top, but I'm under 100,000 subs, so I don't matter to you.
Get out of here.
You're too new to
Hobbies.
give good shit.
Yeah, right?
No, I didn't take a month off, gentlemen. I took your guys' chats for you.
We did our best.
You want a cookie or what do you want?
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
That'd be sweet. Thank you.
Well, it's in the
Me
fucking.
and Leo and Lawfully were putting in hours. It was hard work.
Well, basically, I
Leo,
have
even
so that's why. I don't have kids. I don't have a family. I barely have a job, so that's why I'm always here.
He's consistent. That's all we need.
I mean, if you were dealing with the shit that I've been dealing with for the past little bit, and you didn't eat a lead salad at the end of it, you're doing pretty good. If the worst that happens is you take 3 weeks off of your fucking YouTube chats because you're too fucking preoccupied and negative and want to just fucking punch everyone that interrupts you or says anything that fucking does anything against you in any way in the fucking throat, but you can't because it's the internet, so you just want to scream and break shit. So it's really not good for doing chats. So really, I did everyone a
taking
favor
break
by
from
not
this
doing
stuff
chats.
is healthy. So.
Yeah, I've been really dealing with things in a healthy way. Janice says, did you see Russia shot down one of our drones earlier?
Not on our news.
No, I haven't heard it.
It's not on American news right now.
I'm guessing they're trying to suppress that.
Yeah.
Well, did you see the rocket attack or whatever it was on the beach in fucking Russia?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
seen that one.
And the church attacks and the cop attacks all on the same day.
Yeah. Cop standing there, lying on the ground bleeding, with a puddle full of blood. That was crazy.
Wait, well, I never heard about that one.
What?
Oh,
really?
Just go to Twitter and just type in Russia. It's all there.
Yeah, Twitter does
The
better.
thing is,
news
it's
than
like
news.
American-made artillery or whatever rockets or whatever it is
Mm-hmm.
that have like precision guidance in them and shit, and they specifically use it to attack civilians on a beach.
Yeah, they added cluster bombs to it too.
See,
So
the problem
basically, they
is-
used American fucking precision weaponry that was given to Ukraine by our president
Yeah, Biden said they could use it.
to use against civilians in Russia, a nuclear power who has threatened to use nukes against us.
Yeah, we fucked up their tourism.
That was terrorist attack.
Wait, so who used the bombs?
Jesus.
Ukraine used the bombs. There are hypersonic missiles that Biden said that we are only supposed to be used defensively. He said, go ahead and use them. So they attached cluster bombs to them and then fucking hit a beach.
Yeah, I ain't surprised by them. I wouldn't be surprised they even sold some of those weapons off to other countries or whoever has them.
I mean, but you'd be surprised of not too many people knowing about this.
Yeah,
Because it hasn't been big news.
no.
Yeah, this ain't like on CNN or some shit. I knew about that part, but I was like, I didn't know who shot it. Yeah.
Well, basically, Putin's fucking
Angry.
what do you call him? Where it's like the ambassador to America
Mm-hmm.
has said in the most stern terms that he possibly can to the American embassy that there will be retaliation for this attack, and it will be swift and severe.
Correct.
So yeah, Biden just tacitly fucking stumbled, bumbled, fumbled, and forgot his way into World War III.
I'm not gonna say I'm not surprised by this, but I mean, given how the administration is in our country, I knew it was gonna be like some stupid shit that would happen to kick the shit off.
I'm just thinking back to when all this Ukraine shit started and all the people were like, I stand with Ukraine because I don't know things. Day one. Before anything happened, I'm like, stop it. And here we are, fucking World War III. They're changing the way that recruitment works into it's just a draft. And the draft is, by the way, automatic. So anyone between the ages of 18 and 25 or whatever the fucking years are, you're automatically registered for the draft. And if we need you, we're going to take your kid, your 18-year-old son, against his will, against your will, and put him on the front line so that he can get blown up by a drone for like live streaming fucking internet to gawk at. Isn't that great?
And don't forget, they're also
Biden.
trying to do it with women.
Go Biden.
Yeah, but the draft, re-establishing the draft more intense is also supported by the right.
Go government. Everybody's fucked. Yeah,
Dude, you need to
go
write.
fucking
You need to
side,
read
man.
that
Fuck
2025.
Everyone in power can go suck a fucking dick. How about that?
Dude, you need to read that 2020 Project 2025, dude.
All right,
The right's
I'll look
still
into
fucking
it.
better.
Well, I mean,
Well,
here's the difference between the right and the left, right? They both believe that when they get in power, that they need to exercise that power to stop the other side from doing something. When it comes to the right, it stopped the left from doing social issue things like gay marriage or, I don't know, fucking abortions, right? When the left gets power, they want to take the power to redistribute wealth and give it to everybody and the dispossessed, and they get to decide who's the dispossessed. And so they just tax everybody and the family especially and get rid of things that fucking help this country because they see it as like patriarchy or whatever, you know? But they both fucking exercise powers in negative ways, like well beyond the purview of what our government should be used for. And I agree with you. Both the right and the left are fucked.
that's not even
WWE
funny.
is trending on Twitter right now. I don't know why.
That's not good. Twitter seems to be the most reliable source of news at the moment.
Yep.
Well, it's funny how when you get freedom of speech, yeah, that's the other thing the left wants to fucking stifle. But I guess when it comes down to it, the right wanted to stifle it back in the day too. You know, you go back to like the 90s or whatever, it was like, well that's not Christian enough. And
certain topics they want to do that now.
You don't hear
Speaking
it
of
much
censorship, did you guys hear about Gays Against Groomers being taken off Reddit today?
I'm just saying, I was against censorship and war when it was the right saying censorship and war are good. I'm against censorship and war when it's the left saying censorship and war now. Because I don't think you can have a free country without freedom of speech. You can't think unless you have freedom of speech. Because freedom of speech and thinking, it's just thinking out loud. Because sometimes when you think thoughts, they're offensive. And if you're not allowed to think offensive thoughts, like, I would rather... How do I want to put this? I would rather be able to come to an answer that I can't understand than have a question that I cannot question. Or have an answer that I cannot question.
It's more simple than that. Freedom there's always risk and danger. But it's worth it.
Well, I have a question for you, Infernus. Since you with all the gun laws and stuff that have been passed under Biden, wanted to start your own company and everything, that dream was still alive with Trump. So I don't understand why you're so, like, it's nice to have a different viewpoint, but you're against everything right on this stream, bro. I'm against government, period. But
I am too. No, I
think there's more bad on the left than there is the right.
What I've seen with the far right wants to do right now and they want Trump to be their lord, it is way more a destruction of our country than anything the left is trying to do right now. It's not even in the same fucking ballpark. But it sounds like though none of you have seen this, so I can't really discuss something you don't know anything about.
Well, give us some examples of things that are in the plan that he wants to do.
They want where the president has full control of the police, the FBI, the military, get rid of every single like agency, turn it into a fucking Christian nation. It's 900 pages of shit, and it's fucking the most unconstitutional, republic, constitutional republic it could be. It turned our fucking country to a Christian dictatorship.
I think it'll be much harder for them to do that compared to what the left is doing.
What is this called again, Infernus?
Project 2025.
I'd rather have that than a communist.
No, well, I wouldn't, because I'm a fucking atheist and I would be killed in it. So.
All right, we're in Project 2025 bullet point summary.
So that's what that was. I heard that term too, the 2025. I'm like, what is that?
The notion of independent federal agencies or federal employees who don't answer to the president violates the very foundation of our democratic republic. Project 2025 seeks to place the entire executive branch of the United States federal government under direct presidential control, eliminating the independence of DOJ, FBI, FCC, FTC, and other agencies. Well, okay. Devil's advocate, just for a second. Don't you think that, especially the FBI, but most federal agencies in the last couple of years have shown their propensity towards corruption and
Right, but
go ahead.
I'm not saying that none of this shit needs to be fixed. I never said that. But giving all that power to one fucking person ain't the answer.
See, that's where it gets harder that gets into a really, really deep political view on how you want certain things run, because I've been hearing this becoming a big thing now. Like a lot of people want to go to monarch or autocratic type of rule. So I can see why.
Get away from that.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
I don't know
I'm
why.
hearing a lot of people want to get into that. So I ain't surprised.
Okay,
Like,
did you guys
how
ever
feel
watch
about that?
Space
Yeah.
Coast to Coast back in the day?
Yes.
You remember Monarch? The butterfly guy? I don't know why that popped in my head. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But but I understand what he's saying. But in times of like, that has happened when times are like really tough. Some people want that big heavy ruler to control everything. So I could see it could flip that way too. But it would take a lot of dominoes effect for that to happen.
Okay, so this goes on to say, Project 2025 proposes that all department state employees in leadership roles should be dismissed by the end of January 2025. It calls for installing senior State Department leaders in acting roles that do not require Senate confirmation. So basically that means like, hey, we're going to take all of these departments, the department heads, fire them, and then replace them with someone, and you guys can't say shit about it, right? Is basically what that says.
Yep.
Which, again, playing devil's advocate with this, isn't most of the corruption that we've seen from the FBI and other agencies top down?
Would you want the left to have that power?
They've already been exercising it like that with smaller layoffs and things like that.
That's the point I was going to bring up. Like, even if it does turn that little autocratic that way, it's not going to happen under Trump because he's going he's too old. People going to pass away. Now, whoever's the next person in power using this stuff, that's the kicker.
Well, my understanding is the end goal is that there would now not be a limit on how long a president can run. That's the end goal.
Well, he's still going to what?
Well, he'll croak at some point, but
yeah, he might maybe have 10 extra years as a betting man.
I don't know. I would like to see if, first of all, this isn't like legally binding. This is just like a platform. What would you call it? Like a agenda?
Right,
Manifesto?
but it's the people who are signing off on it are senators and Congress people, and they have power.
I guess what I was going to say is,
They
if
have
this
to repeal
were
it.
to actually become law somehow or whatever, I would like to see some checks and balances with it. I see within at least the first little bit where they're like, hey, we've got some problems with the 3-letter agencies and we need to do something about it. We see the problem coming from the tops of these agencies, from unelected officials who are in these positions regardless of who's in power, Democrat or Republican. And they use their positions of powers in corrupt and probably ways that we don't even know about as the American people. How do you stop that? Well, let's cut the head off the snake, right? That's what I think this is trying to do.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think the little synapse of it actually is any justice of what they actually are trying to make. They're trying to turn this into another, it's basically would be like the Middle East.
Okay, it goes on. Let's keep reading. Project 2025 envisions because so far I agree with it. Like cutting off the head of these organizations and putting people in there that are like not corrupt in theory.
Yeah, but who says that?
Yeah, I get it.
Under him,
I get
who says they wouldn't be corrupt?
Like in theory, at least, like here's a problem. We've got major corruption coming out of these fucking organizations. here's a solution. I don't know if it's going to happen, but you know what I mean? Like, at least they're trying to address it, and maybe it's the wrong way to do it. You're probably right. It's probably too much. You should probably go after each of these people on an individual basis for specific things that they've actually done in a court of law and replace them with people that you can confirm from both sides as being fucking legit. But
the real fix is if you're a career politician, you cannot have a hand in the private sector.
I agree with that too.
Until we do that, nothing will change.
Transparent. You shouldn't be able to fucking buy or sell anything as far as like.
Here's the reality. You know just as well as I do. We can find photo and pictures of Trump kissing on fucking Hillary Clinton and Buddy and all these fucking people are friends. They just know we're idiots and are willing to fight each other over stupid shit. Why they take more and more away from us and turn us into slaves more and more.
That's why I think Roe versus Wade is a issue every 4 years. Because everyone gets so upset about it that no one can talk about anything else.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right, let's go on. Project 2025 envisions widespread changes across the government, particularly economic and social policies, the role of the federal government and its agencies. The plan proposes slashing funding for the Department of Justice, Department of Federal Bureau of Investigations, Homeland Security, sharply reducing environmental change regulations to favor fossil fuel production, eliminating the Department of Commerce, ending the independence of the federal agencies such as the Federal Communications Commission, the Federal Trade Commission. The blueprint seeks to institute tax cuts through its writers, though its writers disagree on the wisdom of protectionism, whatever the fuck that means. Project 2025 recommends the abolishment of the Department of Education, whose programs would be either transferred to other agencies or eliminated. Funding for climate research would be cut, while the National Institute of Health, God, I can't speak, would be reformed along conservative principles. So the NIH should be made conservative somehow. The project urges government to explicitly reject abortions as health care, eliminate the Affordable Care Act's coverage of emergency contraception. The project seeks to infuse government with elements of Christianity. It proposes criminalization of pornography, removing legal protections against discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity, and terminating diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, as well as affirmative action. So let's go through that real quick. There's reduces funding for DOJ, FBI, Homeland Security. I agree with all that. Sharply reducing environmental and climate change regulations to favor fossil fuel production. I kind of agree with that, but I could see how it would be problematic. Eliminating Department of Commerce. Don't really have a problem with that. Ending the independence of federal agencies such as Federal Communications Commission and FTC. I don't know what that means. Ending independence of federal agencies? I don't know what that means. The blueprint to seek institute tax cuts. Tax cuts are good, right? Though it's writers disagree on what the wisdom, whatever. 2025, abolishing the Department of Education, which has been a fucking goddamn... That's a dumpster fire in this country. The Department of Education and the standards that they fucking implemented. Because no child can be left behind, so that means no child can be fucking smart either, right?
Right, but that shit was under a fucking Republican president.
Well, since Obama's administration at the very end, you can also no longer expel kids for fighting each other in class trying to fight the teachers.
I just think that schools should have the autonomy to decide what's right for their students. And
yeah, but you have to have a standard.
Well, I think the problem is then the standards became a problem when the government got involved for schools.
The standard would be the SAT or SAT.
My kid's public education is awesome, and they've been, because he's a special needs kid, and he's now above grade level So, I mean, unfortunately, where I see the biggest problems are in these southern states.
In inner cities and
Yeah,
places
definitely.
like New York. New York City fucking has like, I think it's like 90% of the students in New York City are below grade level in reading.
Yeah, but unfortunately, some of those groups don't care about that stuff.
Yeah, I agree. It's a cultural problem. It is.
That
What
LeBron
you
James
talking
I
about?
Promise school has not had a kid pass a math test in over 5 years now.
Did someone say it's an N-word problem? I heard that. I swear I did.
I didn't
Naggers.
say
I
anything.
just said,
Damn
what are you
naggers.
talking about?
I didn't know we invited the Yankee Marshal on here.
I'm still not hearing like the mass genocide of non-Christians in there, dude.
Well, I mean, it does say that it's trying to put Christianity into, where was it? Hold on.
Again, you'd have to. It's 900 pages. This is
Project
just a
seeks to infuse
synapse.
government with elements of Christianity. It proposes criminalization of pornography, removing legal protections against discrimination on sexual orientation or gender identity, terminates DEI programs as well as affirmative action.
Can this overwrite the Constitution?
Well, I think just looking at affirmative
Then
action,
you're good because you have the First Amendment, dude.
like I think affirmative action is a travesty. Because
Wouldn't
what
porn
that
be
does,
covered under the First Amendment?
Sure.
Yeah, right. Well, they don't. So if they don't care about getting rid of that, then you think they wouldn't care about people who are saying God's not real?
Say what you want. It's America.
Right, but these people don't want what we know as America.
I'm kind of curious. So who made the? I guess it's not a bill, I guess you say, but you know what I'm saying, this type of thing.
It's a think tank. I don't remember the major which one it is.
Okay.
They have,
We're a think tank.
it's
Okay.
a think tank,
Yeah, we're a
and
think
they
Yeah,
have
'cause
senators and governors and Congress people who are all part of this.
the
They've
critics
actually
believe the
talked
Project
about it.
125
They've
is
talked about this
historical-
at the warehouse. At the White House. There's been discussions on it in the government. It's just for some reason it's been under. The left hasn't been talking about it until just recently.
The project authors admit most of the proposals would require controlling both chambers of Congress. Aspects of the plan have been recently ruled unconstitutional by the Supreme Court and would face court challenges, while others are still norm-breaking proposals that might survive court challenges. Washington Post reported a contributor to the project and former official within the DOJ would advise the future president to immediately deploy the military for domestic law enforcement by invoking the Insurrection Act of 1807. The project recommends the arrest, detention, and deportation of undocumented individuals in the United States. It promotes capital punishment and the speedy finality of those sentences. That's scary. The project director explains that Project 2025 is systematically preparing to march into the office and bring new army-aligned, trained, essentially weaponized conservatives ready to do battle against the deep state. I mean, I'm hearing two things here at the same time, and like one of them, like fuck yeah, the other, I'm like, oh no.
Right. Well, because you are correct. There's a lot of shit wrong with what's going on in our government right now. I don't fucking deny that. I don't. This ain't the answer. There needs to
are we
be
at the point
accountability.
where it's
People
like-
need to be fired when they're doing a fucking shit job. Our money needs to be tracked. I don't mind paying taxes. I just wish it actually paid for shit I agree with.
Like there comes a point like with a house, right, where termites have got in and the plumbing's bad, it needs to be replaced, and you know, like there's problems with the house that fixing the problems with the house would cost more than tearing it down and building a new one, right? Are we at that point with this country?
No, I don't think so.
It could get there, but yeah,
If fucking Trump's appointed Supreme Court would do their fucking job, a lot of the things that we care about would be fucking thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
But Trump is not pro-gun. he openly talked about fucking banning suppressors and, you know, fucking throw you in jail, and then they'll figure out if you should have your shit taken away or not. You know, he supports red flag laws, all that shit.
And so does every other president. It
I
doesn't
don't
matter.
care.
Nobody
two
wants you to
evils
have it.
don't make a. I'm not gonna support someone who doesn't support the main thing I care about.
So you're never going to support any president for the rest of your life now? Because
Sure.
nobody wants you to have guns. Like, you can't be so one-sided on it. Like, there's other things than just guns in life, man.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna support a guy who had no problem doing executive orders to ban shit.
Biden does executive orders on guns all the time.
What got banned under Biden's executive order?
To Google. We must
Arm
Google all the
braces.
executive orders on anything with fucking guns.
RT triggers.
Yeah, but what made precedent for that? The bump stock ban.
I agree, and it just got overturned.
Yeah, but Trump said should have never did that in the first place anyway.
No, he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he just had one, like, what, yesterday or today? He's trying to do.
Speaking of which, what do you guys think about the 8-1 decision on the domestic violence thing the other day in the Supreme Court?
Where's the date on this? March 14th, 2023.
All right, let me get these super chats real quick. Daniel said a thing. Sorry, Daniel. Calhoun dropped in $2 and said, LOL, read my last two chats. The federal agencies under the executive branch aren't able to be held responsible by the executive branch anymore. They're trying to make them accountable again. Trying to make them accountable again is literal fascism. That doesn't make sense. And they will use this to literally murder me and like half my country. Oh, he's straw manning your argument is what he's doing there. Got it. Go Shadow says, read my previous comment. Everyone does this. That's funny. Where's your previous comment? Oh, it's right here. That sounds like a group calling itself a moral majority that was around in the 80s. They failed. My question, okay, so this is what's it called? Project 2025. Is this Trump's baby? Is this what he's doing? Or is this like groups who were like, this is think tanks? Like, what is this?
Yeah, where's this birth from?
That's my question. And Calhoun says, literally just proposal by the people at the Heritage Foundation. This isn't policy of any candidate, and not even all themselves agree about everything in it. There's that too. I don't know how
it might have negative 10% chance of actually going through, but there's people champion on here who support this.
I don't champion Trump. He's not Jesus or anything. He's just definitely not the fucking only person on the ballot. Like, they forced Biden to be the only person on the ballot. At least we have a choice. He's just the only one that's going to win because he has enough backing.
Well, I mean, as far as there's part of this that I've been thinking about this a lot. I don't agree with it. The blanket mass deportation of people that have been allowed to come into this country, I think is wrong. I think what needs to happen, and you guys can feel free to disagree with me or whatever, the border needs to be shut down immediately. The border is way too porous and lets way too many people in. So it needs to be shut down as much as physically possible, as soon as physically possible. As for the people that are already here, they're here. What do you want to be, Nazis, and go around door to door fucking rounding people up and, taking families and shipping them across the border on trains and shit? No. I think what you do is you increase, to the extent that it's needed, training and police officers in areas that are needed, right? If you break a law, like a major law, not like a speeding ticket, not like a parking ticket, but like you get a DUI or you hurt somebody or you steal something or you rape somebody or you do, like anything major at all, anything above a misdemeanor, and even probably some misdemeanors, deported. And now we've got a strong border, so everyone who's not a fucking citizen who breaks laws, like, you're already arrested. We didn't have to send the fucking army after you. We're not getting your whole family because you're a piece of shit, you know? But you don't have papers and you DUI'd tonight? Well, you'd be sleeping in Mexico tomorrow, buddy. Arrivederci.
Yeah, but a lot of these are fucking Chinese.
China.
Ni hao
Whatever.
ma. Like, fucking peace out, bitches.
Drop them in the middle of the ocean. And
Certain areas in South America.
Well, the fucking... Or we could fix the goddamn drug war so people don't want to leave their fucking country.
Well, that would be part of it. But I mean, I think those are the two things that you do for the people trying to get over the border immediately, and the people who are here that need to be getting rid of immediately. You don't go after everybody. You go after the people who are breaking the laws, and you stop people from coming into the country. However you have to do that. Whatever the policy changes, whatever the physical changes to the infrastructure, whatever needs to happen, however many billions of dollars that's going to cost, worth every penny, get that shit done. And if you fucking sneeze wrong, peace out. You know what I mean?
I agree. I'm on the same ship with you on that one.
Like, if you're going to be here and you're going to work and you're going to follow the rules and pay taxes and do shit, why wouldn't we want you here? I mean, there is some argument to, like, housing costs being driven up by populations increasing and, you know, job markets being driven down to some extent because you can't find a job because there's too much fucking competition in certain areas for jobs and such. Those are arguments. And that, honestly, that hurts the lowest class people in this country. Like, the people who are, like, scraping the bottom of the barrel are going to have to scrape even harder now because of that.
Or you better yourself.
But I think overall, the law-abiding citizens or people that are coming over the border who are going to not break rules and do bad shit, it's worth it to have them here.
Well, unfortunately, they do jobs that no one else will.
Not
Right.
all of them.
There's a lot of that.
See.
But they're also competing for the same housing, competing for some of the same jobs that people do want,
But
driving
it's
down the cost of
frustrating.
labor, driving up the cost of living.
Right. They
Food
a lot of
costs.
times do it under the table, and then fucking that money just gets sent back to their country. It's not
Yep.
spent here. Like,
It's not
I
taxed.
agree with you there, man.
So there are some problems still, but I think those problems are minor compared to, like, do you see the story about the 12-year-old girl who got raped underneath a bridge and they fucking tied her arms behind her back and fucking did it for 2 hours and then strangled her and threw her in her fucking bayou?
Jesus.
Yes, it's disgusting. Her name is Jacqueline Nungary.
And it was two dudes, like one of them just came over like a month ago. Like both of them illegal as fuck.
Yeah, they're both Venezuelan nationals.
Oh yeah, that 12-year-old girl. Yeah, that's fucked up, dude.
Like stories like that.
Oh shit.
Every time you hear a story like that, it kind of edges, I think, the community at large a little bit more towards, like, line them up and put them on trains. You know what I mean? And that's not right either. So, what do you do? What do you do? I don't know. Daniel dropped in 5 and said Bannon has suggested 1.5 tax rate on illegals, no social benefits, citizenship for 5 years, and immediate deportation if you commit another crime. Actually,
Yeah,
like, I agree
like
with
that. Right, I agree. You shouldn't be able to fucking come here and get a free payday, and I agree why you and I are fucking struggling. I don't. I'm on the same boat as you on there. Even when I was making lots of money, it was frustrating. You know, this, early 20s, very attractive girl pulling out the fucking card to pay for her Super Bowl party. I'm like, fuck, I can't afford that. You spend $400 on a fucking party with my, the tax money I paid for. It must be nice. And then go get in a fucking $80,000 car. Yeah, it's frustrating.
Do you know how frustrating it is to work at a restaurant where immigrants come in from whatever country with Visa cards that are fucking issued to them by the government, and they, like, annoy you and don't know etiquette and fuck shit up and make messes and stay there too long and do everything wrong and then don't tip with the money that you provided for them?
But I've seen white motherfuckers the same way.
At least they didn't get their money from me in the first place.
There was one time my son, I think he was probably about 2 years old. We were fucking stupid, didn't have any children Tylenol in the house. So I had to go to Walmart like 3 in the morning, and there's fucking clearly, ex-meth addicts, if not currently meth addicts, $400 worth of fucking, shit food, pulls out the fucking magic card, and then I even, because I was so tired and pissed off, I was like, you're fucking welcome. And then the cashier's like, man, you don't know how many times I fucking wanted to say that. And then they go out and get in a fucking $50,000 SUV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're as wide as snow.
Oh, dude, there's a system to be gamed. There will be people who are
abuse
willing
it,
to
right? I'm not
there's
against
fraud
welfare.
everywhere.
My fucking parents needed food stamps for 6 months when my dad got injured and lost his job.
The only money I've ever gotten from the government was during COVID, when everyone was getting money from the government.
My dad got ran over by a fucking roll of paper, but because my parents were potheads, he tested positive and he fucking lost his job.
That sucks.
Was he making rolling papers for potheads?
No, it was a paper factory.
Yeah.
It crushed his leg.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that they use... Okay, so like pot stays in your system for 30 days, right? I could smoke pot a week ago, get in an accident tomorrow, completely sober, completely fine, no...
Right, it has nothing to do with it, right?
Whatsoever.
Right.
And then they drug test you, and they're like, "Oh, well, he had marijuana in his system, so obviously that was a factor. So now your benefits are gone, or at least like 50% of them are, or whatever, however that works. Like they fuck you, and that's great for them. Like insurance companies love that shit.
Yeah, that's like their first write-off. That and alcohol, like then they can scrub their hands clean of it and keep more of your money.
What?
Pat Riot dropped in a couple dollars. Thank you, sir. It says, if they say stay no welfare and voter ID is a must.
I agree. The problem is they're going to give them all an ID, and they're going to outvote us. They're going to outbreed us because we, as responsible people, most of us don't breed past what we can actually afford to. Like, me and my wife are one and done, other than complications, but we planned on having a kid for 10 years. How many kids that are 30 do that? Half the people I graduated with have multiple kids already. Like,
yeah,
these people
there is
that come here
against the welfare state, right?
Yeah,
Because,
they have tons of
it's
kids.
the old argument of like, don't feed the deer, because if you feed the deer, then there's going to be lots of deer that are just used to being fed that don't know how to feed themselves, and then when you stop feeding them, if you like die or move away or something,
They all die.
the deer starve to death.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the same thing with welfare. It's like, okay, like we have this social net program for people who fall through the cracks or get injured or whatever it is. And rightfully so, because that happens to people and we don't want to see that happen in a society. And, like not everyone's family is able to step up and support people while they go through things like that. So like a social safety net makes sense. But then you get people who are like, how many kids can I have before they stop giving me more money?
Right.
Well, the interesting thing with
fucks the whole thing up.
The interesting thing with welfare benefits in general, especially EBT and stuff, is you'll notice usually it'll be some female that have multiple baby daddies and stuff like that, but it'll be every kid will be like about 2 years apart, give or take, because it's right before the benefits are going to cut off for the last one. They'll have another one then.
Buddy, I gotta go. I gotta get ready.
Deuces, man.
My mom's here.
Well, thanks for coming, man. I
to-
appreciate you disagreeing with everybody. You
Yeah,
bring
going
valid points.
Crater Lake for 5 days. So.
Yeah, nice.
Oh shit!
I appreciate your opinion, Infernus.
I do.
Crater
too,
Lake, is that
brother.
a crater
I love
like
all
a
you guys.
fucking asteroid or like a fucking volcano?
It's a volcano that blew, and then now there's like one of the most bluest water you'll ever see in your life. If you get to come up here one day, dude, we'll go see some shit. So.
Well, I have several reasons to go to the PNW now, and you are one of them, good sir. You are definitely one of them.
And we
I
got a
hope to see
spare
you.
room, so you're always welcome, man.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, brother.
hope you do,
Everybody,
man.
be safe.
Deuces.
Peace.
But
Duke out already?
Yeah, Duke left.
Dude.
See, I like the alternate points of view, you know? Not
Yeah.
everyone's got to agree.
I like it.
And you should be able to do it respectfully, you know?
Yeah.
And I think Infernus does that. So
He does it very well.
anyway.
But fuck that guy, Tactical Muffin Top.
Don't feed the Mexicans would be a hell of a slogan.
I like it.
I think you've changed it a little bit. Just don't feed the third world.
Yeah. If we quit policing and feeding the entire world, do you know how freaking far ahead we would be?
Well, I mean, okay, so like this happens in Africa all the time. You're like, oh, here's some poor African country, right? And there's people who are starving, and we feel bad. So we're gonna do the Arms of an Angel song with the fucking commercial after the TV show, and get everyone to donate money, and then we're gonna take that money and we're gonna buy like truckloads of fucking corn or whatever, and we're gonna bring that corn over and we're gonna feed everybody. We're gonna just give them the corn because the people are hungry. Well, there were farmers there. And they can't compete with free. So you give away everybody their free corn, right? And everyone's got their free corn. They're not going to go to the guy and buy the fucking, like the whatever food that he's producing for money. So now the farmer goes out of business and there are more people. So they are producing less and needing more. It's exactly how it works. And then you extrapolate that 20 years down the line. Now there's no farmers. The desert's taken over everything. The agricultural fucking sector's gone except for like some weird shit where they're growing like drugs or something, you know? And all of the food comes from America or wherever. It's just given to them. And if it's not given to them, and then the warlords take it over, like the fucking dudes who are in charge, like they get the food first, and then people are still starving. So you're back to fucking square one.
Yep. But you're also getting drugs now. Deal.
Barbecue.
Did you guys see that video of the South African MP literally calling for 5 times the white genocide?
They always call for the white genocide.
He literally
Like,
said something
your
along the
guns,
lines,
dude.
if they kill one of ours, we'll kill like 5 of theirs or something like that. And I'm like, God damn, dude.
That's why you can't give up your guns, dude.
Yeah. Well,
It's
one
just
thing I will
another
say is at least before apartheid ended, the people that were in power were like, get rid of all the nuclear material that's in this country. Like, that was the best thing they could have done for us.
Like, South Africa used to produce guns and sell them, and now they don't do any of that shit. Daniel dropped in 5 and said, damn, though, it's hard not to say something with the Kool-Aid is being guzzled. I mean, I think that to some extent, Infernus is wrong about things because of his sources, right? So he gets like, he probably hears things from a more leftist source a lot of the time and trusts that source. And then when it tells him like, oh, there's Project 2025, that's a real thing that they're doing and that's going to happen. And you know what I mean?
Just
and then
like
he
when
hears
we say
that
about
and
Agenda 2030.
goes down the fucking road with it. Well, I mean, Agenda 30 at least is backed by like billionaires and heads of state and, you know, Davos and like this is just some like Republican dudes who signed a piece of paper, I guess, or whatever, you know?
Yeah. It's all bullshit. We're never going to really know their plans until they're acted on us.
Well, Agenda 2020, 2021, and now 2030 is a thing that has been implemented slowly, that if you look at their agenda, is being accomplished step by step, systematically across the globe in the name of globalism. So
Zorro's in the chat, by the way. I just had him on my panel. He's a cool dude.
To
I've
go
known
back
Zorro
to
longer than
Roe
you.
versus Wade for a minute.
Yeah.
For those who don't realize, yesterday was the second anniversary of the Dobbs decision, and they're now trying to put the same bullshit they put here last year to force abortion into our state constitution on 11 other state constitutions this election cycle. So 5 of them already got the ballot initiative done through. The other 6 are being worked on right now. And they're all Soros and Bloomberg money backed.
Zorro kills bulls by putting a 22 in the back of their head in a certain spot.
Yeah, I do that. Put up a carabiner.
Someone have Tourette's?
Somebody's having a good time in the back.
Yeah.
Hey,
Corey, is that your one?
Good times
was-
done.
That's Corey. Is that?
Jeez.
that was weird.
But
Okay.
I was talking even when Duke was here. I like what is Calhoun talking about? I talk to everybody. I'm a dick to everybody, and everybody hates me. It's fine.
That's my job.
Oh, what happened? Did something happen when I was gone?
No, I think I might have gotten under Duke's skin a little bit, but I was just having fun.
Who? Bernie?
No, me. It happens. I'm a dick. I'm an asshole. It happens to people that are like me. I
Believe
want
me,
one.
sir, I am a bigger dick. If you want to have a measuring contest,
Holy crap! 14 inches longer. Jesus.
look at all the Israeli buildup happening right now. That's fun. Russia warns U.S. to brace for retaliation for deadly missile attack in Crimea. So that's a thing. Han Solo. Han open carries, hates regulations, taxes, fees, and opposes imperial overreach.
Love it.
Be like Han. Did Han shoot first?
Yes.
Should we shoot first? We can't say that on YouTube.
No. No, never.
Only when there's aliens.
Hello, guys. Welcome to our unboxing video. How long till you get it?
What's in the box?
Thank you. All right. 4 seconds. Leo wins.
I might be too young for that reference.
You've never seen Seven?
No.
Bro.
I just seen Spaceballs today. Give me a break.
Okay. Seven is a thriller. It's a psychological thriller made in the mid to late 90s, starring Brad Pitt.
Bro, I was like 5 in the mid to late 8.
Well,
late
shut the
90s.
fuck up and listen then. It is one of the best movies of all time. And if you have not seen it, you are both an ignorant fetus and need to go watch this movie.
The second one. Ooh, I like that MP5.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? Which one would you take? The Steyr, the MP, or the
The P90?
P90.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that P90 is looking pretty sharp, man.
If I had to go with the wood, I go with the P90, but my dream gun has always been P5.
Yeah, man, that's hard. That MP5 is sexy, man.
Just
I
because of
gotta go
Stargate, P90.
Yep, P90 is the correct answer. Unless you're gay.
I love dicks. Go MP5.
That MP5.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the last known photo of Robin Williams before he died.
That's really sad.
I always
He's
looked
not
up
even
to Robin Williams. I always thought he was like the funniest dude, and like as a kid, like he was my favorite actor, or one of my favorite actors, I should say. I don't know if he was my absolute favorite, but
Dude, I love him.
like every fucking movie that he made, I pretty much watched. And when he killed himself because of depression and shit, like it got to me, man. It hit me in a way that I wasn't expecting, because he's such a positive dude, you know.
He really is.
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite, I still say, dude, Mrs. Doubtfire, dude, if they could do that again, oh my God, dude. I miss him so much.
They
The
were gonna
Genie
do
and
it
Aladdin
again.
is my favorite.
Yeah, oh yeah. He was awesome. It sucks that happened. I think that,
Dead Poets Society, one of my favorite movies. And I'm sure you haven't seen that either.
no, just
Actually, no.
Patch Adams was another good one that he did that just hit me fucked up really hard.
I'm trying to remember someone with that robot. I'm trying to think of.
You guys remember John Hurley?
Millennium Man or Millennium, something like that.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
You guys remember John Hurley?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
He was the armed citizen in Arvada,
yeah,
Colorado,
yeah.
who took out the mass shooter, and then the police mistook him for the mass shooter and killed him when they showed up on scene.
That's fucked.
I forget how many years it's been, but it was just the anniversary of that the other day.
That's why you need to be on the phone with the cops, and you should have something like identifying yourself, like an armband or something, like a colored something. Like, I don't want to say anything online, but like you should have like ribbon or something, or a hat, a very colorful hat that's not, going to put you out, or like a security hoodie or something.
I think once you take down the fucking threat, you should probably get down on the floor.
Yes, you should. But
Yeah,
that's
2
how you
years ago
stop
now.
that. Oh my god.
Okay, what do you guys think about this? What do you get? Who's
Fake.
wrong here?
That bitch needs to get off her fucking phone and parent.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
That's right. Okay, so that was 2021. So it's been
Yep.
3 years. This was the third anniversary the other day, June 21st. John Hurley, American hero. God fucking rest his soul. Okay. This is pretty fucking funny. Listen to this.
No sound.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I can't hear it.
Nope, no audio.
Can you guys not hear it?
No.
No audio.
God damn it. Well, the point is, he's talking about all the people who were like, oh, well, now that the pandemic's over, we need to, like, forgive each other and forget what happened and move on with life. It's like, no, bitch. We weren't the ones threatening your jobs, threatening your lives, saying if you have a heart attack, we hope you die on the street if you don't get this jab. We weren't the ones saying that. You were. And now that it's turned out that all of this shit was just bullshit, as we fucking thought it probably was at the time, now you want amnesty? Now you want forgiveness? Fuck that shit. You're like the fucking, like, we're all stuck on an island, and everyone was, like, hungry, and there was a group of people who were like, we're going to start eating people, right? And right after they killed, like, 5 people and ate them, the plane shows up and takes everyone home, and now we're on the flight home looking at the people who ate everybody, and they're like, well, we didn't know what was going to happen. Fuck you, dude. I didn't eat anybody. Go fuck yourself, you cannibal.
Wait a minute. Did they make tacos with it?
Pork tacos. I don't know.
Long pork.
I'm just shaking my head right now. You missed the whole point and make some gay ass joke.
Yeah, I have a huge problem with the drug manufacturers in that, especially with my mom and several of my uncles now being gone. And I will never forgive these people until I get literal blood justice for this kind of shit.
See, and here's the example of it. Take the shot or we will fire you, starve you, take your children, put you in camps, and leave you to die without medical treatment. Nobody forced you to take the shot.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember in The Lion King when Scar cheated to win the title as king and the Pride Land was overrun by hyenas and all of the lions lost everything they built and maintained?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds familiar right now.
Kind of weird that they would say that. That it happened like that anyway.
Disney knew. Disney knew.
The U.S. passed a bill automatically registering. Goddamn it, I can talk. All men aged 18 to 26 for the draft, and just like that, everyone knew the difference between boys and girls again.
Well, they're about to drop it with women as well, I believe.
Yep, not anymore.
Yeah, select
Women
service
gotta go
committee.
Because we don't have the numbers, man.
Jack Reed, who is a Democrat out of Rhode Island, who is an ex-military, I believe he's Army, some kind, back in the day. He's like 75 or something now. He's the one that's basically pushing it hard. Jackie Rose, now in Nevada, who's up for re-election this year, she's also on board with it. And then I think it was Roger Wicker was the one that said he's going to try and strip out the female version of it, if he can, from the bill. And I'm like, why don't you strip out all versions, dude? Like, we don't want our sons going over there either, for that matter.
Yeah, if either of my kids gets drafted, like I'm going to Japan. I already decided. Japan's the fucking answer. You buy a house for cheap there. Cost of living's fucking nothing. Sure, you can't have guns, but you can have a goddamn katana. They don't have
Yep.
crime anyway, so it doesn't matter. Japan.
And all the anime porn you could ever imagine.
Yeah, all the tentacle porn. Jared Polis, who's the governor of Colorado, mocks ranchers, likens deer eating flowers to wolves killing dogs and livestock. That just pissed a whole bunch of people off whose dogs and livestock have recently been eaten by wolves who have been reintroduced into Colorado.
Yep.
Oh.
Because they introduced the Alaskan timber wolf into Yellowstone, and our native wolves are smaller and started moving this way. We get some in Nebraska as well.
Yeah, like
Also
the wolves
good.
that they reintroduced are like 20% bigger than the natural wolves that live here.
2/3 bigger. Yeah, they're huge.
And they
Also got the
need
big
like, way more
wolves.
food and kill way more often. And yeah, like they're not the same kind of wolf.
Yep.
They're still wolves, but
They're like dire wolves.
Do they taste good?
No.
Dude, it's just like eating a dog. Did it taste?
have you guys ever eaten a dog knowingly?
No.
Well, Duke said he did. I was like, oh.
Yes, he did say that.
My cousin, who is the African missionary, unknowingly ate dog once with the tribe, and then was told after the fact.
Right after
That's
he ate
tough
that
meat.
kid.
I'm pretty sure if you've eaten at a fucking cheap Chinese restaurant at one point or another, you might have fucking eaten dog.
No, just cats.
I mean, it's just like the people who
Okay.
hunt and eat cougar. You're eating a cat.
No, you don't eat it. It's just for the predator hunt.
No, but they eat it. No, they eat
Some people
it.
do.
Yeah.
Anything can fit in my gullet. Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
I'm good. I guess I've seen people eat coyote too, but I ain't eating that. That shit's nasty.
Yeah,
I'll eat a fucking cat. I'll eat a dog. You know, like if it's like eat the dog or die because you're not gonna fucking eat anything.
Yeah.
Like, come here, girl.
I guess
I
if
try
I have
not to
red
eat
hot,
man's best friend, but you know that's what I'm
Come
saying.
here, girl. You're so pretty.
Almost everybody else, everything else, is almost a fair game.
I mean, yeah, that's obvious if you're starving.
yeah. If you have hot sauce, I mean anything's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Just ask who was that guy over in Africa, that Lord Barbecue? He had
I mean,
hot
just
sauce.
like you said
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
I mean,
Got
if
them
you was trapped,
recipes.
I mean, if you was trapped on an island with a really big, huge, fat guy, he's the one
Yeah.
you're gonna eat first, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be delicious. You're welcome.
Like
Weird
they're
how,
making them
like,
dog
after the
recipes,
World
man. Pit bull and potatoes, poodles and noodles, all that stuff.
That's good
It's funny
stuff.
how after the World Trade Center fell, the dust, they kept finding all this thermite in the dust for some reason. Weird.
Allegedly.
And iron spherules, which are created when thermite reacts, also weird. But don't ask
What
the
does
Yankee
fact
Marshal
check
about
say?
it. 'Cause
I'm
He'll
not
get
seeing
angry.
any connections.
He'll get angry and talk over you and make sure that you can't make any of the points that you want to make.
Well, he does that about any subject.
It's true. That's just how he argues.
Yeah.
He's a grumpy old man.
I mean, it's easy to win an argument if you never hear the other side of the argument. I like this. Trump proposal to exempt tips from taxes would cost $250 billion. God bless America. I don't think you should tax tips anyway.
you shouldn't
Your
tax a
hourly
lot of
rate or
things.
whatever, okay, fine. You know, I guess. But the tip is extra. That's because I worked harder. Fuck you. It's not
You
your
brought
money,
that
it's
ranch,
mine.
baby.
All right, here's how you steal the look of ATF agents. First, you need the Walmart ATF shirt for $12, the Walmart ATF belt for $20, the Etsy thong for $500 with to-do list. What did it say? I can't read it. Walmart pants for $15 and a bedazzled butt plug, also $500.
I only have 2 of those things. I'll let you determine.
I
which
have
2 they are.
3 of those things. I'll let you determine which is which.
You got the belt and the thong and the butt plug.
Okay.
2 of those
That's
things
your
are
answer?
accurate for me.
How many of those were correct?
I'll let the chat decide.
Do they get 1, 2, or 3?
I mean,
How many?
there's something in there that's right.
Oh, hey, there's some super chats for you, by the way.
Oh shit. Okay, sorry. I got to go back and.
Calhoun, getting your back on that one.
Oh, and Van Drake's here. Sorry, man. You've been there in the back for a minute. My bad.
And now he's gone.
Right.
It's all
Right, but
good.
after that-
I'm about to do a race.
All right. Where
What the
were
hell you
we?
about to do?
Oh, we are right here. Daniel says, also, fuck my life. Found out today they're going to remove my kidney stone. Watched a video of it. They shove a 3-foot-long thing up your dick while you're awake.
Yep.
Ah,
That happened to the guy I worked with, dude. You're going to hate your life. You're going to piss blood for like 2 to 3 weeks. And that's going to hurt on top of it. They're going to split the tip of your dick. I've said this. The little thing where your pee comes out, they're going to rip that so this fucking arm little claw can go in there and shove that up your fucking dick hole and pull
God,
little
bro.
pieces out every time.
I feel like Duke right now. Like, stop it.
Yeah, that's my biggest
That's
fear.
it.
After that guy did that, dude, I cut a whole bunch of shit that makes kidney stones. I'm sorry for you. You're living my literal worst nightmare right now.
What do you got to do to not have kidney stones?
You drink Sunny D. There's something in it that gets rid of them. You cut down your calcium, your seeds, and your caffeine intake.
Doesn't Sunny D have calcium in it?
Yeah, but it has something else that's actually in Sunny D that it eats the kidney stone. I don't know what it's in Sunny D. It's not vitamin C. It's something that they put in Sunny D.
Well, that makes the drilling of my teeth doesn't seem all that bad.
It's just fine.
yeah, I had a kidney stone once. It was not fun. Thankfully, it came on its own though.
All right, Sunny D ingredients.
Oh yeah,
Water,
also
hyper juice,
alcohol.
corn syrup, 2% or less of concentrated orange juice, concentrated tangerine juice, concentrated apple juice, concentrated lime juice, concentrated grapefruit juice, concentrated pear juice, citric acid, ascorbic acid, thiamine hydrochloride, natural flavors.
Yeah, he didn't tell me. The guy who had the huge kidney stone, it was like an inch wide. I don't think Daniel's is that big, but also alcohol makes kidney stones.
Well, I think if you drink water all the time, you got to drink like a gallon of water a day, dude.
Yeah.
You'll never get a kidney stone. Like my brother's had kidney stones. He's only a year and a half older than me. He's had like 5 of them. I have never had a kidney stone. Knock on something. Because Jesus Christ, the way you just described that, that sounds like
It's a
like,
worse.
I would rather have like an alien egg laid in my room and then have the face sucker come and fucking suck on my face and then have the alien pop out of my chest than deal with a kidney stone extraction if it's like what you just said.
Yeah. Daniel, keep us up to date on that, brother. We're praying for you.
Unless you're really into that sort of thing.
Unless you want the alien to come out of your penis like 18 times.
I almost think you sounded sadistic when you said that. Like, ooh, tell us how that goes. I'm really excited to see how much pain you went through and then laughing at it.
No, like that's like literally my worst nightmare to this point in my life.
Calhoun says, read my previous chat. Please, thank you, sir. Good man. Bye, bye, bye. Calhoun says, we all know your favorite is Mel Gibson, but it wasn't until a few years ago. No, it was the dude who plays Kramer.
Read Ghost Shadow's comment.
You know, you
Michael
know.
Richards.
His name's Michael
How
Richards.
about-
Well, what did he get in trouble for?
He went on that whole tirade at a comedy club.
Oh no! Don't read Ghost Shadow's comment. Oh my god.
If you drink lemonade every day, you won't get them?
All right,
That's good to know.
go lemonade for the win.
I'd be drinking lemonade like a motherfucker if I was you.
It is ascorbic acid.
I'd be drinking
Is it
lemonade
the
and
ascorbic
praying.
acid? Okay. God.
Go Shadow says, had a 2 centimeter. That's almost an inch because 2.54 centimeters is an inch. Kidney stone after procedure. I was pissed an 8-inch long blood clot. Oh my God,
Jesus
bro.
Christ.
That makes my dick hurt.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. That's
I'd
the
have to
worst thing
piss
I've
like
heard
8
today.
of those.
It's like those mud clogs and culverts.
Oh God.
That's terrible. All right, well, back to Twitter. Thanks for making me check the super chats. Jesus.
That sucks really bad.
Am I the only one who thinks that Juneteenth is the dumbest name for anything ever?
I laughed
No,
really hard at work when I read that.
It's from Texas.
right? It's the best holiday ever.
I'm not saying it's a bad holiday. Like, it's fine. I'm just saying the name, bro. What the fuck?
Even the name is great. I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like there's a demographic here.
Did you guys see they caught the Juneteenth killer in Texas the other day?
There was a Juneteenth killer.
Oh, for that.
Yeah,
block
it was
party
for
or
a
whatever?
so-called mass shooting, and it was it was like some kind of party that got shot up or whatever it was.
Were they white?
Negative.
We definitely would have heard about it then.
It was all the same race that got attacked.
Asians, those freaking Asians.
Any person who said the vaccine stopped transmission should be fined $900 million for misinformation, just like Alex Jones.
That's true.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Have you heard what Alex Jones has been saying? He's saying like him and a bunch of people are getting capped. He's going fucking nuts, dude.
Well, they're shutting down his business. They're taking everything away from him. They're fucking making him sell his house. They're going after his father. They've literally did a default judgment in court where they didn't even have to prove that they were right or how much damages were actually accrued, where they fined him over $1 billion, which he doesn't even have. And then when he tried to make a deal with the fucking creditors to be like, look, I don't have $100 billion, but I've got, this much, you can take it or leave it. They're like, we're taking it, and we're taking even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But they're talking about just unaliving him and lots of people. He had like a list.
well, and
going
the
on.
thing is that they've realized, like, it doesn't matter what they do. They can go after him. They can take his money. They can shut down his business. What they can't do is shut him up. And what they can't do is stop people from paying attention to him when he talks. So when he goes on someone else's show, even if it's not his, when he goes on whatever podcast, doesn't matter if it's not his, they're going to get a huge boost of people watching it because people are interested in what he's had to say because of the amount of times that Alex Jones has been right about this or that. When it comes down to it, he's been right about more shit than 9 News or Fox 31 or whoever you fucking want, dude. Like, CNN doesn't matter. Alex Jones has been more right more times than all of them.
Can you get rid of Ghost Shadow's comment? I keep rereading it and it's scaring me.
What if I want to leave it?
No. You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
Appeals court permits claim to proceed against 9 News for security guard shooting. You guys remember this when old Kyle Clark, the guy who I don't like, was reporting about some MAGA thing at the park, and then a MAGA guy came up and talked to him, and then his security guard didn't like it, and then the dude pulled out his fucking pepper spray, and the guy shot him fucking 5 times or whatever.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was all on camera because 9 News was recording a story right then.
I think I do remember that. They were like in the fray or whatever, and the guy just domed him.
Yep.
Yeah, but he had a fake security license as well.
Right, also.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he was also Antifa and BLM affiliated.
Yep, also.
They appealed it, so he's still out. That's not good.
And his mother didn't love him.
That's also true.
Also. When I hear people say teachers need to be paid more, the public education system could replace you by YouTube.
That's
Going
true.
back to what we were talking about with Infernus earlier, the Department of Education being cut. Like, I think overall that's probably a good thing because I think a lot of it's wasteful. I think a lot of it's propagandizing your children to think like sheep and not think for themselves. And maybe there's some exceptions in school districts or teachers or whoever who are going to do a good job of not doing that. But overall, the majority of kids coming out of public education systems, especially in highly populous locations like Denver or major cities around the country, are coming out fucking left-hearted because that's what the teachers teach them to be.
Mm-hmm.
And we pay for it.
Yeah, that's very true. I've seen a deal saying like all kids are born geniuses until they go through the public education system. Then they're dumbed down to everybody else's level.
and you could literally watch, 20-hour-long YouTube videos and get as much information as you would from taking a trigonometry class. So you could literally be replaced by YouTube tomorrow, and the smart kids would be better off for it. Maybe the dumb kids wouldn't, but the smart kids would.
Well, fuck the dumb kids. They're just going to work at somewhere else anyway.
I mean, when it comes down to it, I like the way China does shit. In a way. It's like, okay, we've done education for everybody to like 3rd grade or 5th grade or whatever it is. And then in 5th grade, everyone takes a test, right? If you do good in the test, you keep going to school. If you do bad in the test, off to the rice paddy. All right, 8th grade, another test. All right, you did good on the test, you keep going to school. You did bad on the test, manufacturing job. All right, keep going to school. All right, 12th grade, take a test. All right, you did good on the test, keep going to school. You did bad on the test, like something above manufacturing. You know what I mean? Like people end up sorted by their intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of resources that go towards trying to fix the problem of stupid is minimal. So I kind of like the way they do it. Boomers. You kids today and your dumb participation trophies, it makes your generation look weak. Also boomers.
Yep. Participation trophies.
Mm-hmm.
At every level.
Yeah, and look at Eisenhower over here.
Well, he only did one thing. I mean, come on, Hondo. You can't be giving him credit for fucking everybody up for the rest of humanity.
All right, I like this. I like this a lot. My uncle, 111 male, gifted me, 50 male, a ring before leaving to go traveling. A close family friend, 2019 years old male, told me to destroy the ring due to problematic associations with the jeweler who made it. But the ring is precious to me, and I would feel guilty throwing it away.
I don't understand what the M is.
Lord of the Rings.
What is AITA? I don't know what that is either.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
All I titty ass.
Bingo.
No wait, that starts with an E. Automatic insertion of tits and ass. That's what it means.
You heard it live.
It's Am I the Asshole?
Oh, okay, there we go. Well, in this case, Frodo, you are the fucking asshole. Fuck you. Bilbo was way better. Fight.
Yeah, go Samwise Gamgee for the win.
Well, Samwise was the only reason they even made it to the fucking hill in the first place. If it wasn't for Samwise, he would have been fucking dead from day one. The ring wraiths got him before they even made it to the elves in the first place.
What a bitch.
Okay, the public comments say this isn't true, but I like it anyway. A shot of whiskey in the Old West was a 45 cartridge. In the Old West, a 45 cartridge for a 6-gun cost 12 cents. So did a glass of whiskey. If a cowhand was low on cash, he would often give the bartender a cartridge in exchange for a drink. This became known as a shot of whiskey.
I also thought that was true.
But they say it's not true. So whatever. Fuck you.
I thought that was true. I'm going with it's true still.
Oh, this is hilarious. It's like, my friend thinks you're hot. And she's right over here. She's shy. Is it okay if she comes over here and says hello?
Oh, no.
Gorlock.
I like all the Decepticons way deep inside.
Isn't that a dude?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, they're going around doing a bunch of these. I've seen several other ones too.
Jesus Christ.
He's just getting his money's worth. No.
Yeah.
Yes, diversity is about getting rid of white people, and that's a good thing.
What a bitch.
No lies detected, so.
Wait a minute.
Oh, where were we? We're on this one. Official report: ventilators killed nearly all COVID patients. Nearly all COVID-19 patients who died in hospital during the early phase of the pandemic were killed as a direct result of being put on a ventilator, a disturbing new report has concluded. Fact-checked, eat a dick.
Yeah,
I fucking knew it. We all
two
fucking
people-
knew it.
The two people I knew who were on ventilators aren't here anymore.
Because read the thing again.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all we can say about that.
That's what I've been saying for years, that Andrew Cuomo and Kathy Hochul both need to be brought up on community charges in New York there, because they pulled that shit a whole bunch there with the elderly.
I couldn't even just hear half of what you just said, dude.
Andrew Cuomo, who is then governor of New York, and Kathy Hochul, who was lieutenant governor at the time, were the ones behind a lot of the ventilator shit in New York City hospitals during 2020 lockdowns.
Which
They both need to
holiday
be
is
brought up
the
on
most
community
real?
community.
Kwanzaa gets 6.8%. Juneteenth gets 4.8%. Toyotathon is the clear winner with 88.4%.
That's awesome.
Toyotathon is the clear holiday.
I like that.
Toyota.
Racist.
I love it. I love that. Now the Hawk-Tuah beat them all.
It's not a holiday yet.
It's gonna be.
It should be a holiday.
Two a day.
You know, it's funny. If the towers fell down because of gravity and the pancake theory is a thing, how did steel beams get thrown hundreds of feet out from the building?
Honda, that's how gravity works.
They're like a
Where is the energy to make that happen?
Wait, is that a?
Those are steel beams.
It's
kinda
just
saw-
gravity.
Like,
With
I saw
style.
a person right there in the middle.
well, there's probably people in there too, honestly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, where your hand was just at to the right.
Like right here, right there,
No,
maybe.
no, to the bottom,
Right
right
there.
in the middle of the picture.
Right here,
Up,
No,
right here.
Yeah,
Right there, right there.
Yeah,
Is that a dude?
right. It looked like
I don't
a
know.
person.
Maybe feet, maybe
Shit.
arms. I'm not sure what that is.
Piece of leg, maybe.
Maybe they're transracial.
Anyway, that's just gravity with style, Honda. Pay attention.
Right. You know what? You guys are right. I'm not actually a scientist, so. What do you think? Girls more attractive with or without tattoos?
Where's the width?
It all depends how you rock it.
Yeah, that guy's checking it out. Look at him in his pink shorts.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this guy's taking a picture.
Oh,
mean,
that hair is a lot.
I mean,
Look at that chick to the left. She's pissed.
I prefer,
Yeah, she's like, I wish I looked like that.
Yep.
I prefer no tattoos, but
I say keep it natural. You don't got to get everything pierced and tatted and fucking work out a little bit and watch what you eat a little bit. That's what I want.
I'm doing that.
It depends what kind of tattoo and where they have it at.
Certainly no titty tattoos. That's unacceptable to me.
Sometimes I like a little sneaky.
Yeah, neck
like that.
tattoos are disgusting too.
Night tattoo.
Like if it's a little heart right down there and you're the only one who gets to see
They
it.
all have belly button tattoos now, right? Like every girl's got a belly button tattoo. What's wrong with just a belly button?
Or coochie tattoo.
Hashtag bring back high hip bathing suits.
Well, a lot of them also seem to have that damn septum piercing too, which is just
Yeah, that shit's
gross
annoying to me.
looking.
I tell,
Yeah, it's just nasty looking.
I tell that to a homegirl of mine. I'm like, I don't like that shit.
Feds during the Vegas shooting be like,
This is 22.
I still think there's
What's
something funny
bad
about the
bunch
fucking Vegas shooting.
Yeah, that's what it was. No cap.
Well, if you ever heard the Alex Jones talk, when he was talking about it, he was talking about how there was military helicopters between the two casinos that had their black box trackers shut off like right before it went down.
Well, there's video, and the one that I always point to, and I made videos about this back in the day when this all happened. There's the cab driver who's right outside of the hotel where all the shootings happen, right? And she's recording it, and she's like, I don't know what's going on. It's like, shit, it sounds like it's coming from far away. And you can hear, like off in the distance.
Mhm.
And then you hear from right above her. It's like very, very, very obviously two different locations. Unless maybe there's some kind of echo going on that took forever to fucking echo back. I'm not sure.
It was just gravity.
Yeah, it was gravity again.
Damn gravity.
Florida couple buys baby bouncer at Goodwill, finds semi-automatic rifle inside.
Fucking score.
Jesus, I see what you've done for others, and I want you to do that for me.
Right. Why can't I have that type of luck?
Oh,
Yeah.
this is for never enough ammo.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Daddy likes.
That's just a barrel full of gold right there.
I like that guy.
Everyone's got to stick their hand in it.
You have to with that much. Are you kidding me? I want to swim in it.
Like Scrooge McDucket.
Fuck
I
yeah.
was just about to say that. Yeah.
But then it'd be more like the Family Guy version where he just goes right into the middle.
Right.
Nice.
Ow.
He fucking snaps his neck. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Darth
I
Vader's
get-
like this in Disney, holy shit.
If I get rich from crypto, I'm not telling anyone, but there will be signs.
This is how Disney makes Darth Vader great again.
What does he got now? 50 BMG? Of course.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I flip my crypto. I would get out of it if I were you.
Shit's just like flying off the table. That has nothing to do with the gun.
Drone.
I think that's a gun drummer.
Fuck yeah.
Love it.
See, you can't hear shit, so half of these things we can't even show because gayness. That one too. All right. ICE arrest 8 suspected in ISIS ties. CBS News, Colorado. Great. We got
So-
terrorists in Colorado.
Wow.
Ice
Awesome.
arrest ice.
Who would have thought that with an open border, ISIS would have fucking people here and stuff?
They were just bringing ice from the southern border to you. It's fine.
Are they playing golf? Is that what the flag's for? They're playing golf.
Why they in Colorado?
Yeah.
Ain't shit in Colorado.
How big of a conspiracy theorist are you?
Yeah.
I know who the left is, who's the right.
Daniel. Or that's
No, it's-
David Hogg.
Adam Lanza on the left, David Hogg on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or maybe it's the same person.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. Oh, can't hear that one either. Fuck me. Has anyone noticed that if you fly the American flag, everyone knows who you're voting for?
No
Kind of
doubt.
weird. Oh, you can't hear this one either. The fucking sound of this is creepy. Here, maybe you can hear it. Let me try again.
Yeah, I can hear that for a sec.
Too loud.
I mean, if I put up this flag, who am I voting for?
Get out, Leo. We couldn't hear it, Honda.
Well, fuck my life.
I still love it.
Seeing the current state of the USA. Knowing the South Park episode will be fire.
Yeah. 100% it's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
They don't just drop seasons anymore. They only drop like 3 1-hour episodes a year now, which is fucked.
Yeah, it's all specials.
Yeah.
Dude, have you
I
seen
want-
this bomb-proof spray paint that they have now?
That's pretty cool.
Put that in on my house so I can make it.
Seriously, like if you have like, oh, we live in the fucking tornado zone.
Here.
I'd buy a fucking bucket of this paint, bro. Just spray your fucking roof and your shingles and your fucking siding and shit.
Does it come in blue so I can't get lasered too?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That'd be good.
Spray over it with blue.
There you go. They'll never see it coming.
It's waterproof.
It's like Flex Seal, but not sold by Billy Mays Jr.
Flex Seal for IEDs.
Give me 3 cases.
Chinese officials forced to apologize after hiker discovers a secret water pipe feeding China's tallest waterfall. Millions of tourists have visited the 1,024-foot tall Unitari Mountain waterfall annually, attracted by its ancient geological formations over a billion years old. Except for the fact that it's a fucking pipe that everything's
They
fake.
got him.
Okay. You can't hear shit, whatever. We'll watch this. Cop shows up to a house for a warrant, shoots the dog, because that's what cops do. Look at this fat fuck. Shoots the dog.
What?
Oh, it turns out he's at the wrong address.
Oh shit!
What a piece of shit.
So he just showed up to some dude's house, murked his fucking dog, and they're just going to be like, well, get back in my Ram truck here. Sorry about that.
That pussy ain't fucking getting off my property.
Oh yeah, there'll be some. I think. Let's just say I'll probably be going to prison.
Speaking of police shootings, did you guys see that one the other day where that dude walked up on the porch and just smoked that guy?
Did you see the gun in the dude's hand? Did you know that?
I did. I know. I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, the casualness of how he like went up, like, straight on with that gun. There is like, just dude, you could have shot him from like 10 feet
Yeah,
away.
I thought it was kind of funny how he one-handed it.
Yeah, because the dude he killed was obviously on somebody else's porch.
The dude was reported for having a gun and brandishing it at people. He had a gun in his hand when the cops showed up. They gave him an order to drop the gun. He was not on his own patio. He was on someone else's patio. And then he got murked by the police. I say,
yeah. He was also a career criminal too. On top of all that,
play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Yes.
Yep.
Hunter Biden at his brother's funeral.
That's a great movie.
Prosecutors revealed to the jury that Hunter Biden didn't just sleep with his late brother's wife. He also got her hooked on crack.
Oh,
that's great.
Geez.
Good
What a
job.
nice guy. Was a good one.
We're also voting for Joe-Wan Kenobi. Joe Biden's entire dick.
Ooh, the bitches are at.
I've never seen a more accurate depiction of Fauci.
That's even creepier than the real one.
Looks about right.
well, it's a demonic rat.
Again, it's about right.
Yeah, exactly.
Checks out.
Study finds most Americans trust Dr. Pepper over Dr. Fauci.
Well, Dr. Pepper's
mean-
been around for a while.
I mean, Dr. Pepper never let me down.
Yeah.
I prefer Dr. Thunder.
What year did the Civil War end?
What do you mean you fucking prefer Dr. Thunder?
I know. I'm just making jokes actually on that one.
Okay.
18.
That was the most white trash comment I've heard my entire life.
Calhoun said 1865.
There we go. Yeah, Dr. Pemberton.
All right, so it was 20 years out. I thought in the middle of the Civil War, someone was like, you know what'd be great? A fizzy bubbly drink that we can give to the troops.
Need to get that morale up.
Trump's unprecedented campaign pitch: elect me to get revenge on the government.
I love it.
I'd
No
vote for
comment.
that.
They should look at forgiving medical debt for cancer patients instead of student loan. Education is a choice. Cancer is not. I agree with that.
I like that a lot.
There's a lot of people who die of cancer and end up not giving a penny to their relatives after they're gone because, in spite of saving for years and having millions of dollars, even they fucking go broke fighting cancer.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's fucked up, man.
They will blow up the planet before showing you my list of friends. I honestly believe it.
Yeah.
The unvaccinated were never a threat to society. They were a threat to authority.
Yep.
This is what happens when I do a chat for a while. I get a lot of fucking posts on Twitter to go through. M1 Garand making appearance in Iraq in 2007. That's crazy, man. 2007, someone's still using an M1 Garand in Iraq.
No, I mean, it's Iraq.
Was that ours using it, or was that them using it?
Right. That's what I wondered.
I would assume them. He has an M16 kitted out in his other hand.
Woman found alive at funeral home after being declared dead. How shitty with that? Like, you've made it past the doctor. You went to the morgue. The morgue shipped you out to a funeral home. And then you wake up on, like, the embalming table? Like, how the fuck does that work?
That was probably just like a medical chick at the doctor, and it was somebody's off day. They were all call-ins.
Yeah, everybody's
There's a
phoning it in.
There's actually a spider in the Amazon jungle that can mimic basically death because it completely paralyzes you for like a day or two.
Is that what they gave to Romeo and Juliet that didn't work?
Is it the
Some
wandering
flower
spider?
or some shit.
Imagine being that dude about to embalm her.
Yeah, no, he probably shit his pants. I hope he has brown pants on that night.
Dude, look at the thermal red dot on a handgun.
I want it.
That's disturbing.
Why is that disturbing? That's fucking cool.
I don't like how it's got a touchscreen.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, but less buttons, I suppose. You know.
Yeah, but then you're gonna like pull out your gun and be like, "Where's the red dot? I bumped the screen."
Yeah, that
Hold still so I can swipe right.
yeah.
Colorado sets precedent with in-person voting requirements in jails for general elections. Oh, that's all of the stories.
It just imagine that site works just like an Apple Watch.
That's all the stories, everybody. Oh my gosh.
You did it.
Okay, let's hit these super chats
Yay.
here. I got a couple more of them. Sorry, everybody. Did I already get this one? Read my previous non-super chat, please, my good man. Did I get that one?
Yeah, I think you did.
We all know you're. Oh, yes, I did get that one. Okay. Doc said if I drink lemonade, yep, got that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a GoFundMe for whoever got going on. For whatever you got going on. You going to do a GoFundMe?
He's talking about you.
I mean, unless the GoFundMe is going to go towards feeding my kids who are now here 7 days a week because their mother's a piece of shit.
Drop in those super chats, baby.
I don't
Make
know.
sure
I
you
don't
like,
know what to
share,
do about that. And it is costing me about $150 or $200 extra per week right now, so that's fun. In Alaska, they made the teachers take tests. Kids had to pass 60% of the teachers. Had to pass. 60% of the teachers failed.
Good.
Alaska ain't got no time to fuck around. You be dead.
Japan or Alaska? I think Japan would be better. But you can still have guns in Alaska.
Yeah. But I think the women are hotter in Japan.
Dude, there's no women in Alaska. So there's that too.
But all the snow you can. Oh wait a minute.
It's like 70% dudes in Alaska or something. Like
Wow.
2-to-1 dudes to chicks.
Yeah.
That's gotta suck. Well, somebody's doing
Seriously.
some sucking.
It's like going to like a sausage fest college. Like, hey, we go to the college where most of the dudes go. Like,
Yeah, we had
I'm not getting
3
laid
women
for 3 years.
on my college campus.
Yeah,
so
anywhere in
Japan-
Nebraska is like that because all the chicks
No,
are
no,
like,
no, no.
I'm going to Colorado.
No. Mine was a trade school, and no women work. Oh wait, shit! Did I just say that out loud in Pride Month?
Well, at least trade school's not 4
Sarah
years.
Palin's daughter
You're
lives.
only stuck there for like a year or two.
Yeah, 18 months, not too bad.
Read my last chat, says Kowloon. I'm about to swipe ripe on your ass. Future
Ooh.
gangster shiz.
With my Glock switch and held sideways.
Doesn't that mean that you don't think I'm attractive? You're going to swipe right?
Oh,
Oh, MSB dropped in 10 and said, okay, I'm in. Glad you're here tonight. You're on here tonight. Thanks, MSB.
who the fuck's Daniel with like 10K?
You take everything bad that I ever said about was it Mississippi? I forget. Wherever the inbreds are from.
Alabama.
Alabama. It's terrible that you knew. Exactly.
Yeah, even MSB got it. Oh, everybody
Like
got it.
Aunt Calhoun. Like
Yeah.
Alabama.
How come you guys visit Alabama so often? What's happening here?
Greenbow, Alabama.
It's a family reunion.
All right, I do have to end this before 2 hours though, otherwise the AI can't handle it, and then I can't make those like shorts that we make that are pretty fun to do, that are easy to do.
I like this.
But if you go 2 hours and 1 minute, it's like, oh, it's over 2 hours, so it doesn't work.
Oh, good to know.
So you guys have a couple minutes here if you want to
Good
say
night,
anything before
everybody.
we go.
Make sure you like, share, and sub to E Honda. I've been saying that on every one of my chats, but it's nice to say it on his.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have any parting words of wisdom?
I may or may not do a Thursday chat because there's somebody coming over to the place to look to buy it now. So
All right, everybody.
Move more, eat less, drink more water, and kiss your loved ones.
Hot tour.
Penis.
Well, I might be a girl, but I also am a vagina, and I hope you guys have a good night. Oh, wait. Stop that. Reverse.
Nope. Keep it
You
like
have a
that.
vagina?
Nope. Keep it like that.
Oh my
All right.
god.
Later, y'all. Deuces.